We're joined now by North Texas head coach Eric Morris. Coach, a record-breaking year for this program. 11 wins, you make your first American Conference championship game. For you, though, what are you most proud of with this group of guys?
There's obviously been a ton of distractions around this program, especially the last month or so. And so I think we've just been through so much together. And I think this day and age in college football, this is kind of a melting pot of a locker room. We have a bunch of, homegrown kids that we recruited that were high school kids and mixed in with a ton of transfers from all over the country. We have Division II guys, we have FCS guys, we have, guys that have come down from P4. And just to see them build relationships and grow and learn how to play with one another throughout the course of this year has been a true joy and a pleasure for me to kind of watch all that transpire in real time.
Well, you also brought over an entirely new defensive staff as well, and your defense has improved greatly this season. So for you, what is it about Skylar Cassidy that helped them be so successful on that side of the ball?
Yeah, I think it was big bringing over, 6 or 7 guys that played with him, and I think they knew what kind of culture they wanted on that side. They had seen this defense work at a really high level the year before, so I think they believed in it, and I think that breathed confidence kind of into our guys who didn't have a ton of confidence on that side of the ball that we returned. And so it's been fun just to see them set a standard in practice and demand that each and every day. They coach these guys really, really hard, and to watch those guys have success and come over and do the stone cold celebration that everybody's seen and they've made so famous. I think we lead the nation in turnovers, and so it's been fun for us to kind of make that thing go viral.
Well, we can't talk about your team without talking about the offense as well, the #1 offense in the American Conference. For you, though, what are you most impressed with that offense?
Yeah, I think how balanced we are. I think, if you look at our past, and we're known kind of as a flashy offense that, does some exotic things, and we throw the football over the yard, and I think we've had success doing that, but at the same time, I think we've ran the ball for over 200 yards the last 6 games. And so to see this offensive line pave the way for Caleb Hawkins, a young freshman that continues to get better and better. I think he leads the nation in rushing touchdowns as an 18-year-old kid. And so, but none of that goes without the big boys up front. They don't get the credit. I think we kind of have the three-headed monster of Drew and Wyatt Young and Caleb Hawkins, but none of that stuff works if you don't have a bunch of guys up front.
You already mentioned Caleb Hawkins. Let's talk a little bit about Drew and just his development from the time he stepped on campus until now. Where have you seen him grow the most?
Yeah, in so many different ways. The kid just keeps getting better and better. And I think naturally he didn't play in high school, and so he didn't have a progression of really watching him mentally being able to take over a game and really understand this offense at a really high level. And so he processes information as fast as anybody I've ever been around. And I think that's his superpower. Obviously, he's a really good thrower of the football. And then lastly, I think his leadership skills, like the way that he talks to his offensive linemen, the way he talks to his receivers and running backs on the sideline. Everybody's kind of rallied behind him.
He's been so much fun to watch. When you take a look at this Tulane team, what are some of the challenges that they pose?
John's always been a great defensive mind, and any team he's ever had, they play great defense. They pride themselves on that. And so, it's a team that likes to possess the football, get a run game established, limit your possessions, and then play really good defense. So we'll know what the game plan is. The good thing for us is we played 3 triple option teams this year. That's their same game plan. And so we've been able to feel that feeling. It's so awkward on the sideline when somebody's able to possess the ball that long and really limit your possessions. We got to stick to our recipe. I think us continuing to establish a run game will be huge for us on the offensive side, and then find ways to get turnovers like we've done all year and get the ball back to this explosive offense.
Counting down the days to watch you guys go at it in New Orleans. Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.